Alright guys, so we are getting ready to unbox him. Some people have noticed that it is not the standard Prime 1 tape, so a lot of people think it's coming from a different factory. But let's go ahead and open it up and see what we have inside. Alright. Okay, so it's also been said that this one does not have the cloth. This one has some material. It's a little nicer material than just that standard tissue paper. This is thicker, I will say that. But here, of course, we have the body. And I did see one broken apart. This one looks to be intact, hopefully. Looks pretty good there. Got a head here, and the second head sculpt here. The actual hood itself, we got the actual weapons, and then the base itself. So everything looks to be here. We'll take it out of here and see kind of what we have, and we'll get him set up. So here we go. Hello everyone, it's the Batman Statue Collector, and I am here once again with another review for you guys. This one, of course, is the 1/3 scale Red Hood Story Pack from Prime 1 Studio, part of the Arkham Knight line, and I want to give you a review on this guy. And I definitely have some opinions, and some of them might not be all that popular, but let's get to it. As we get started with the base, you're going to notice a very similar base again to ones that you've seen before. Of course, this one has never been done with the two particular heads here. I find that these heads are slightly more gold in color than the rest of the line. I feel like the other pieces are a little bit more muted, whereas this I feel like is definitely a brighter gold. I also feel like this base is once again a lighter color. I feel like it's very similar, of course, to the Robin base. If you're familiar with that, that base is a little bit brighter in color than some of the other ones. But again, a real similar base here from the ones that we've seen before. Has a nice Batman emblem on this particular one. Again, really nicely done. And then as we spin it around, again, basically the exact same base that we've seen before, except of course these ornaments at the front. These gargoyles are, I think, very well done. I love that they use the, the different line work here. This looks really good in my opinion. I think it's nicely done. Let's go ahead and move up the body. So here we see the boots themselves. Everything looks really good sculpted wise. Spin this guy around so you can see the back sides here. Again, nice detailing here. The texturing on the pants, very well done. I'm very impressed with that overall. Of course, then as we move up, you're going to see some nice detailing there on the back side. All of his different weaponry. We get to here to the coat. You're going to see some nice detail here. You know, this is all hanging open, so it just looks nice. I'm real impressed with that. And then, of course, the hands themselves. The hands come out and a bit of the arm. But again, here you see his featured guns. And again, some of the nice weaponry here and the bullets. I know some people's bullets were painted a little sloppily. I feel like on this particular one it looks really good. I don't see any problems there at all. And then as we move up the body, again, you see some nice texturing. You see some nice detail here. Again, as we get into the jacket, and there's real depth there. You know, I could stick my finger in there. And this body is all one piece, which is always incredible to me. I don't know how they're able to do that, but again, it just amazes me. Again, nice jacket details here with the leather coat. And then as we move up, we'll go into the chest area here. And you're going to see some nice detail here. Again, I feel like this one is painted very well overall. Some nice detailing, some nice smudges in here to make it look worn and dirty. And then as we go up to the head sculpt itself, you're going to see the actual mask here. This top part here, the actual hood, is plastic. It is very similar to the Azrael hood. If you saw my review, you're going to see that that's plastic. I'm going to go ahead and take this off here so you can see what it looks like without the mask. or excuse me, without the hood, excuse me. Here you see the hood. Again, it's just a plastic piece here. But the hood itself looks good, I think. And we'll spin it around. See some of the detail. Back of the jacket, you're going to see some nice worn areas, you know, where it's been tattered and torn. Again, nice texturing on the jacket itself. Looks really good, as always, from Prime 1 Studio. And then, of course, we have, again, the actual mask. And I'll show you exactly. All you have to do is just simply set it down. Everything lines up really nicely, and it just snaps into place, just like that. And then you have the look of the whole figure. I'm going to zoom back here just a little bit and give you kind of another view of the whole statue itself. Again, I feel like he looks really good. I feel especially he looks good from a distance. I am not as happy with him up close. And this is just personal preference, but I know that I have seen some other people make this exact same comment. First, when I first opened it out of the box, I noticed right away that he is incredibly muted. He is very flat when it comes to paint. Now there are some areas, of course, you know, there are some silvers, and of course his mask is incredibly shiny. The thing is, as I look over here at the other figures in my collection, the one thing about all of them is they all have a great deal of shine to them. You know, Two-Face has this, this part is more muted, but there's lots of shine through here. Tons of shine on Harley Quinn. You know, everything is shiny. Look at the way everything reflects the light. You're going to notice that on Robin, Batman. Just look at the way everything reflects the light. Again, there are, of course, muted pieces, but every piece has a ton of shine. Look, I mean, look at Azrael. Tons of shine. Bane. Tons of shine on him. And of course, probably the shiniest of all is, of course, Deathstroke. So as we come back here again to Red Hood, there's nothing really shiny on him, except for maybe the gloves. The gloves do have a shine to him. So the figure himself, while he looks good, he just looks out of place, in my opinion, in the collection. I feel like there are a couple things that Prime 1 could have done. I feel like they could have made the black areas, if they would have done a clear coat on the black areas of the jacket. I think that that would have separated all of this, because you have this big flat area here, big flat areas on the side. There's just, and especially the hood. You know, the hood is supposed to be cloth, so it wouldn't be really shiny. But I feel like if the jacket was shiny, and maybe even like, I mean, this is incredibly muted down here, incredibly muted. And so there's just nothing that differentiates. It's all the same base color, basically. I mean, it's different colors, but it all blends in together. And maybe that's the way it was designed to be, but it's just odd to me that all of those over there have the same shine and this one doesn't. And then you add on to that the fact that they don't have the cloth in the styrofoam anymore. They just have the tissue paper. They didn't have the tape, the normal tape. It just kind of makes me think that maybe this one's coming out of a different factory than all of the rest of them. This is, of course, a very limited run. And so I just don't know. I don't know if that's part of it or not. I just don't know. I do want to show you the switch out head sculpt, and I'm going to show you that real quick right now. Again, here's the classic, and let me show you the other one. Alright guys, so here is the second head sculpt. You definitely can see that it's flat. It has a great deal of shine to it, so again, that's a nice shiny piece. I am going to hold the two next to each other so you guys can see what the difference is on these two. So you definitely get more curve and details here on the mask, where here you just have the flat. I like both masks. I think both masks do look really good, and they're painted really nicely. And so again, but that is really the only shiny element on this statue. Now again, I might be nitpicking, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to keep this statue or not. I, for a long time, questioned whether I wanted good guys in my collection. I did add Robin, and I am still questioning whether I'm keeping him as well, even though I do like him. I just don't know if I want those good guys in my collection or not. I kind of panicked because I worried that this guy would sell out too quickly. And I do really like him. And like I said, the further you get back from him, he looks really good. But you do notice the color difference when you have him next to the other statues. Again, this is just my opinion. I'm sorry if you really like this statue and you don't really care about the colors, but it's just something that I personally noticed, and it's just something that kind of bothers me. Again, the statue itself looks good. Again, so much detail from Prime 1. I just feel like if there's a few areas here on the boots maybe and the jacket, I think that would improve the statue a lot. I've even considered going out and buying some clear coat, trying it on the statue and seeing what it looks like. I don't know if I'll do that, and of course if I do, I'll end up keeping the statue. But I just don't know at this point. I would like you to let me know what you think. Do you guys notice it in this video? Do you notice the flatness of it compared to the other statues that I showed you? Would that bother you if you had an entire collection of these and you noticed that it was flat? And I don't know, what would you do? Would you keep it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, guys, I thank you so very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, leave those comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this guy. What do you think of him? Again, I think he looks great. I just don't know for sure if he's going to stay in my collection. As always, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the Batcave.